I'm just going to check on Facebook and share this class on Facebook. Okay. Hopefully people will get it. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadaha, Shivas, Adigo Rabhaktavinda. There I am. So I will share this now. Share to devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. If you can hear a noise and it's not loud enough, please tell me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. This question, everything that goes in your head. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No, actually, it just got answered. I don't have to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna. That's what the chat on you. So I know people are speaking. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I know this is a new thing for me. But anyway, it's always like that when there's something something new. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Excuse me. The heat on is not very good for the throat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare. Jan's made it and Fanny's made it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sorry. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. These are my beats. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Big shout out for Karuna Sindhu Das who helped me to do this. Hey, good morning to you, Daphne. Grand rising to you, Daphne. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So if you hear a noise, it's just me turning the heat on. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. As always, these are the symptoms of the Lord. Krishna arising in the heart. Hare Krishna. Ignited by the most exceptional Srila Guru Haridas, the bona fide spiritual master. And I saw in class yesterday, somebody, a new devotee, called him Acharya. Wow. You can see he's an Acharya. There's just no contest. There's just no contest between Srila Guru Haridas and all the other gurus. And it's not that we're putting them down, because they're also spirit soul. But they're not conscious. They're not conscious of Krishna. They cannot teach Krishna consciousness. And they're really lovely, and they're really nice, and it's really nice. And sometimes I suppose it's good fun doing those rules and rituals, but they're boring. It's like just normal life. It's okay. Hare Krishna, but they're nothing. Nothing. I love the music in the background. Yeah. Oh, and I've looked at it now. Funny. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this is from Romans, and I don't really know those things. 9.15. If you want to check it out. I will have mercy on whomever I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whoever I will have compassion. The mercy that the Lord is giving us, our Father, Jesus' Father, was giving him the mercy that of absolute knowledge, real knowledge, and sharing that with the people, and speaking and speaking and speaking. And remember, he was only a cowherd boy. Well, why do I say that? Only he was a cowherd boy. Sorry, he wasn't. That was Krishna. No, it was. He was a carpenter. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Maharaj, Prabhupada was a Brahmin. That's what he practiced. Maharaj was a sales rep. Excuse me. Yeah, so whoever comes to Srila Guru Haridas receives the shelter of Srila Guru Haridas, will receive the compassion of our Lord, our Father, out in the kingdom of God, not in heaven, in the kingdom of God. Anyway, Hare Krishna. And whoever comes there. So this, Fanny, it has all the verses from the Bible on. And you could just see deeper. I can see what they mean now because of living this path. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is real life, living this real the wonderful Srila Guru Haridas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. To be pleased with Krishna. So again, we can explain without material emotion when we go through purification. And just, you'll know, Fanny, you're a mother. I don't know if Daphne is a mother. And I know Gregory's not a father yet. Or Jan. Yet, I said yet. What was I saying? Yeah, having a Mahdi, going through purification, doing things in purification, because that's when you shouldn't really. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And Krishna pushes you all your material attachments out. Do you want to keep acting like that at the age of 50 years old? But Now it's about, you stay back. Remember the path. Keep that clear. Keep the path clear without pouring one's own purification upon the path. But we're going to go through it. And for some reason, I'm a character that doesn't like it, but loves it. Doesn't like it, but loves it, because the reward that we get coming through every time, doesn't matter what I say, every single time gets you closer to Krishna. More attached to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And this is all because it's headed by Srila Gaura Haridas, who is the link of the parampara. Of the parampara. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram. Those purifications bring you to humbleness, clarity. Hare Krishna. One-pointedness. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Back at home. Because I don't feel that all the time. But there's times where you feel so at home. No, I always feel at home, but you feel so alive. More, please. More, please. more, please. More, please, sir. Oh, I know there's one person I didn't invite. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I don't have to sit like a robot. We have life, we have movement. Hare Krishna. But I can do if I want, which I want to sometimes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. And Krishna is pleased with me. He watches what I do in my purification. I'm pleased. Hare Krishna. Can you Good morning, Jean Appel. Janardhan, I like in both of your names now. I like I think I have 30 names, 30 different names. And that is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If we're always doing what pleases Krishna, if we're always doing what pleases Krishna, our spiritual father, he pleases us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And they say in material thinking, they say, oh, and this is where I've been coming from, and it's you get drowned out by trying to please everybody else. You get drowned out by everybody else's opinion. It's like drowns you, because everybody thinks they're right, and they have that energy behind it, and you kind of drown in it. And now, the difference is we please Krishna. We please Krishna, and we don't need to please everybody else. It's a different kind of pleasing, but we don't need to please everybody else. Hare Krishna. We just need to share Krishna with everybody else. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I talk about this, and I say it because it's like normal life. We go through stuff, we go through purifications, we go through trauma, we go through upsets that take our time and take our focus. We go through all of those things in order to keep moving forward. We go through all of those things. Most of them are hidden, because you can't, well, you can, because the nurses do, come to work and they're not professional, that professional title. They have their favorites, and they have, just like in normal life. And Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I forgot why I said that. Why did I say that, Krishna? Oh, yes, we go through these things. When a woman has a baby, she goes through all that pain and then she forgets. We go through all of these things, but we still hold things. Hare Krishna. And here, gradually we surrender to the Lord through the living Bhagavad, the living Acharya, the living true bona fide spiritual master, the living Maharaj, the living king. Maharaj means king and Rani means queen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So he's a real king because he has the most wealth. The Lord is the wealthiest, and his relationship with the Lord is so deep. Look at the revelations, the information that Maharaj shares with us, the reflections of the spiritual world, the world home for us to actually, the spiritual world, Vrindavan builds, we appear in it. We appear in it when we're in that place. We appear in the spiritual world. We see things differently. And we're just bringing all of that to this world, bringing transcendence to this world, bringing real Krishna consciousness to this world, because it's in me, it's in the devotees, it's in Maharaj, it's just, and we are bringing, not one by one, not like some huge person in the sky that's just going to go whoosh, and the whole world's going to be drowned out by transcendence. No, it's going to happen with each and every one of us. The Lord's just going to awaken within us all, and then we facilitate the Lord. Sorry, Krishna. People don't like me saying the Lord. Not that it matters really, because it's the heart. Krishna is going to, Lord Caitanya is going to drown out the world through every single one of us, because we're bringing it through now. That's why I say, and people get upset, and people get upset when I say, show yourself, go live, just say anything. You saw me yesterday. Me and Karuna. Karuna was quite like me, and I was like him. Tables are turned. Moving around and all over the place. Just show yourself. Just sit on the camera. Don't say anything. Anything. But I'm no pressure. You don't have to spit back at me like some devotees have. But anyway, that's just what happens to me. It's been happening to me all my life. But now it's for Krishna. Now it's for Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And I'm far from perfect. Hare Krishna. Chanda. Hare Krishna to you. Chanda Goyal. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And it's like a movie now. Like people do Dandivans Parants and they fall on the floor. Every time I've seen it, I've always felt like it's fake. And now it's about actually falling on the floor from your heart to the devotees' hearts. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare. So I'm showing this. And I didn't even answer that, did I? Because everybody will go through it to different degrees, to different ways. Don't compare yourself with me. Don't compare yourself with what happens to me. You are individual. It will happen in your way, in however. But to know that you'll get through it every single time. Every single time. And you don't have to hide it. You don't have to go sit in a corner. It's just there. Just drown it out. Drown out that purification that Krishna's pushed out. Otherwise, you wouldn't show it. Drown it out. Because Krishna's drowning it out. He's pushing it out. He's drowning you so you can receive more mercy. So listening here. And you know what? As a new devotee, listen all the time. As much as you can. Especially if you're going through lots of purifications. See, it's all different. You can't say one thing. There's so many different things. Hare Krishna. If you're a new devotee and you don't feel strong enough, and you go through purification, don't go. Stay, because you'll be drowned. Because sometimes the mind will take purification as a really horrible thing. You know, it'll see it in the knowledge of the illusion, when we need to go through it to heal it. We need to go through it to heal it. But the difference is, this is eternity, and everything else is temporary. So you might get through a little bit of some kind of purification in material life, in the illusion, and it's just temporary. You go through so much and it's just temporary. Here, we go through this for eternity. And so I can walk my eternal path freely. Freely. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. William. Hare Krishna, William. William Griffith. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. We can keep it quiet. And I suppose you can do it in two ways, because me explaining these things, it's just my experience. And I'm showing you whatever your experiences are, it's the same thing. It's getting rid of our entanglements, bindings, attachments, addictions to this illusion, and binding us, entangling us with Krishna, like that. You know, so I'm a bridge, and becoming a bridge, a strong bridge. I've been looking at bridges a lot recently. I was laughing at people looking at bridges, and here I am looking at bridges. The fire is what tempers and shapes a sword. There you go. You know exactly what I'm saying. And people don't like that kind of stuff, because everybody wants to keep it hidden. You know, in the illusion, just keep it hidden. You know, everybody has a great life in front of everybody, but behind the scene, there's other things going off. Same thing here, and same thing, but it's eternity. You know, I don't hide them because I'm not able to hide them, but some people can, and it's okay. And because people are, hopefully you're starting to know my heart because of my loyalty to this path and my faith. Hare Krishna. And everything, it happens. Everything is different here, because it's all for eternity. It's all for that. It's all to become an eternal servant of the Lord, which is our ultimate goal. William saying, you just nailed it, sister. River Yamuna Devi, that's Hare Krishna. It's even our individual paths. Wow. Hare Krishna. It's like as well, and I'm saying it now, but it's like he's spiritualizing the rest of my life. He's spiritualizing the people around me. I only spend time with a few people, and that's my mom, my dad, Kruna, Rangaleka. That's about it at the moment. That's it. Doesn't have to be like that. When you have Krishna and you're one point focused, everything else is going around, because it doesn't matter, no matter what happens, everything else is just going on, but you're just there holding on to your Father, holding on to absolute truth, holding you. Oh my God, did you realize that we would be held forever, that we don't have to do it by ourselves, we don't have to figure it all out by ourselves. With Krishna we can figure it out, but we don't have to do it by ourselves. We're not alone. All those people say you're not alone, but they can't explain why you're not alone. They can't show you nothing. People say words in society, and they can't show you these things. They can live it, and they might be living it to a certain degree. And I'm talking about New Age people now, and spiritual people who think they're spiritual because they're becoming their unique selves. It's not fully unique. It's still it's still material. Me and Karuna are going, because Karuna wanted to go to this mind, body, and soul fair, and it should be soul, mind, and body. Really, it should be that way. Let the soul come first. Turn the tables. But anyway, it's still spiritual. It's still illusion. It's subtle illusion, but they think that there's something else, and it's a step, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Nothing's good enough unless we have our relationship with Krishna boom, just one Hare Krishna relationship with him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. A great film for what I'm explaining right now, for women really, is V for Vendetta, about going through a purification, because you want to you want to be free of fear, you want to be free of attachments, you want to be free of this controlling world that has control over you because you've let it, and we haven't had this knowledge, so we've let this happen, and we don't have to now. We are shielded by the protection of Krishna now, and it's just there, living in consciousness. I can say anything to you, but isn't an experience so much better to experience it yourselves, and feel it yourselves and go through it yourselves? And Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. I know I'm growing because I don't have to actually show my. Oh, actually, I did yesterday. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That was a playful one. Because where else can you go when you are troubled? Where else can you go when you are troubled? You can only go. Maharaj is teaching us to go to the Lord within us. What if the internet goes down? It's like when Jesus left, and I'm not saying Maharaj is leaving. When Jesus left, his disciples were closer, stronger, because they were his spirit. They didn't have to see, his body, but he came back and told them. Hare Krishna. Same thing. It's the same. It's the same thing. And you can't see it when you're in it, and you're stuck in your rules and regulations, and you're stuck in Jesus is the only way, and you're stuck in Islam is the only way. And if you're just stuck in all of that, because all of that stuff, most of it is here. If you're stuck in that, you're in it still. And I'm not saying I'm not in it, I am. Zoom out. Stand at the top of the tree, at the top of the mountain, wherever, with Krishna. Just see through him. Hare Krishna. It's like that. Wow. William is saying, but we are seeds waiting to be watered so we can grow. We are not waiting. We've been doing this for 5 years, William. We have been watered by the tears of Radha and Krishna, the laughter, the potency, spiritual potency of them every day. Srila Gaura Haridas, awoke the Lord in my heart, William. He's been nurturing the Lord in my heart because I have some intelligence to go and sit and listen every day. Nothing else going on out here. There's nothing else going on out here. We've been watering it. That seed's been growing and growing. The Bhakti Lada Beej, the seed of devotion, affection, love for the Lord has been growing because it's been watered every single day by hearing from a bona fide spiritual master who is so confidential with the Lord. So that's natural word for me, actually, with Lord Caitanya. That is bringing out all of this information. If you listen, not you, because I know you do, the seed is actually there. The seed of Krishna is there in everyone. It's just dormant. Krishna's there, dormant in everyone. The seed of devotion needs to be planted, and it can only be planted by the real bona fide spiritual master. And probably more now, every devotee that's been here from 5 years has that seed of devotion, will say the same thing to you in a different way, but same thing. The same things happen. We've been experiencing life by being here together, worshiping the Lord together in this festival every day. Many festivals now of the Lord. And it's now, William, this is a rose with still some thorns. I like my thorns. But what do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on the thorns, or do you want to focus on my spirit self, which is the rose? It's grown. It's literally grown. And if you stay here, this will happen. It's not just, I don't know, before we know it, we are flowers in the garden. Absolutely. This is exactly what is happening in our Sangha. We are flowers in the garden. We are flowers in Vrindavan. Now, all of the devotees in the Sangha now, some have more thorns than others. Some have more weeds upon them than others. But we're all in the garden. because we're all sheltered by Srila Gaura Haridas, but we're growing out of those weeds that pull us down, which is the illusion, which are the theories, which are the concepts, which are the different philosophies, which are everything that is ascending in this illusionary world. So the garden is growing. So it is so clear. Sometimes we listen to Maharaj, one's ears are like, and something just resonates. Keep looking at the rose. Forget about the thorns. Not always, because something happens, but forget about the thorns. Keep looking at the rose, because you're the rose as well. So keep looking at the roses of which go beyond all our attachments, which are like the thorns, and it changes. So that is happening actually, William, all the time. V for Vendetta is an awesome analogy. It's an awesome analogy. It's still completely material. They completely don't understand a lot of things, but yes, it is. But Krishna's doing what was his name? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, I watched it again the other day. Guy Fawkes, the guy who plays Guy Fawkes, with the mask, and how he purified that lady from fear, made her strong. He made her a bit empty. If you look at her, she was a bit empty. But anyway, she'd just been through it, and he made her strong. Well, that's what. And he's a human being, but he's not pure like Lord Caitanya, is he? So Krishna's doing that to me now. He does it to me as much as I can take, to let go of fear and to be able to stand up for him, because I stand up for absolute truth, and I stand in front of him so he can give to others. Sorry, I think it's falling down. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's a great film, but Krishna's doing that to me now, and he's perfection. I was going to say pure perfection, but yeah. So he's doing that to me through these things that happened in that film. It's a really great film. William's also saying that. So Jan saying, thanks, Yamuna. I go Dutch. I don't know what that means. I go Dutch. That bit. But anyway, Jesus was clear to his disciples. He told them the kingdom was within them. Hence, stop building temples, please. And I would be with them always. In temples out there, he's not going to be there. He won't be there. In this temple, with all these things happening, this temple is the greatest thing that we can do. Is our ultimate goal before anything. Do you see the dangers out there? People don't realize this because they're in it still. They don't see all of the dangers. They still think that they're safe in their homes. I think it was Prabhupada said. They just bury their heads. If you don't want to think about something, you just bury your head. I do it still. But I can't bury it for very long. Hare Krishna. Just take time away and then you deal with it. Well, Krishna helps you deal with it. Life is brilliant. You see things so differently. So differently. William said all the thorns matter. A rose is not a rose without their thorns. Yeah, I did say, maybe I said it too fast. Absolutely. Because I said to Maharaj yesterday, I kind of love my thorns. They're there. But we don't have to get hurt by those thorns sometimes. People can get a bit disturbed. Actually, in Krishna's play, the thorns don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. Even Srila Gaura Haridas said to the other day, he said, Yamuna, I'm going to be sad because your thorns are going. My thorns make me who I am. But I'm still the rose. Really? Anyway, as long as I know, it doesn't matter. Actually, I suppose. Okay. William saying the Lord does that with us. True purification is hard for us at times. But in the end, we see the fireworks. Oh my God. Absolutely. It actually feels like that when you go through purification, the Lord comes out and it's just like fireworks going off inside. Well, it's like that. It's a huge display of the beauty, the eternal beauty of Krishna within. Huge display of that. and all of this. I'm so glad I didn't have to read the books again and again and again, because I didn't understand them. So I already know what how Lolita feels when she says she doesn't understand English. Thank God. Thank Krishna. What was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, fireworks. Loads of displays of Krishna. Come and experience it. Just take a chance. Just take a chance. Don't you think you've had enough? Don't you think you've been running around a maze for a long time, or going on the Ferris wheel round and round and round? When it doesn't have to be like that. Everything else here that you listen to is going to try and make it better and stick a plaster on whatever's going off, but it's still there. Because there's no healing going on. You're just covering it up. You're just covering it up. My God. In all of the things that are happening now, because of realizing one is not this body, one is not really part of this illusion, this illusion is not real. We don't have to waste our time focusing, things will happen again. We'll still do things on this illusion. And the dangers that are going off when you think you're by yourself and you haven't built your temples, the Lord isn't alive, the seed isn't growing. Shit's scared. Even if when you go to the big temples, when the shit hits the fan, actually it already has, they're not going to be able to give you this safety. No, this safety is real. This is River Yamuna Devi Dasi, disciple, devotee of Srila Gaura Haridas. Been on a kidney machine, still is, on an illusion for 32 years, for 35 years of my whole life. My God, there had to be some point. It's all an illusion. All an illusion. William saying, the amusement park of the world eventually is not enough. It's not an amusement. Naughty man. It's not a park anymore.
It's an amusement park.
Can you shut the door a little bit? No, you're not allowed to say.
You came just in when you said it's not an amusement park, and I came in.
Well, the thing about it is, it's more of a prison. No.
It's not actually.
No, but the thing about it is, I'm preaching.
It's an amusement park with consequences, yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, then that's a prison, man.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's a prison, because there's just consequence after consequence in this amusement park. It was a park. It was a great park where we could play with Krishna. But now it's like, anyway, it's fine. I cannot believe, oh my God, so much safety, so much relief, so much pacification, so much whatever happens, it's going to be okay. Is it? And when your temple is built, the Lord is there. That seed of bhakti like a bead, he's growing, watered every day. We're in class every day. The seed is being watered and watered and watered. Yes, there are weeds and there are these things.
Can you say, it's better to be in a prison
with Krishna?
It's better to see this place as a prison than an amusement park, because at least when you think you're in a prison, you have to get out.
With Krishna, without Krishna, you can't see it like that. You can't afford to see it like that. It's too scary.
Still,
you don't have no.
If you see this as a prison without Krishna, still you have a concept that this is not a place to enjoy. While if you're in an amusement park, there's no reason to leave. You're having a great time.
I don't like amusement. I've never liked them. Goose Fair's been on. I don't know if you've heard of Goose Fair. It's a biggest fair in the world. Comes together once a year. It has been advertised as that. Not anymore. Anyway. Guna's going to go with what he's hearing. Not anymore, but it's about 4 miles away, but we can hear it here like it's here. So people are running around on these rides. We're having a ride every day with being in Krishna's in the temple in the heart. These hearts this life is better than the films that they show. Much better than the films. Oh my God. Naughty man is funny. Yeah, Krishna is a naughty man. Hare Krishna. But he's not naughty because he's been here. Well, I suppose he is. He's naughty. Yeah, he's naughty. Without Krishna. Without Krishna, this amusement park, as you call it, William, is a prison, because everybody's attached and bound and entangled. But with Krishna, and that only can happen now, going to the temple once a week, no, it's not going to happen. But coming here and listening, it's happening. It's happening. It's an experience. People are so, we're always there to be, if we have the chance and the environment, we're always there to be able to receive God. God has been delusionalized. It's like he doesn't really exist the way they've made him. Everybody, myself into too at times, we think we do things ourselves. We think we're just going along ourselves. We're thinking we're creating things ourselves. We do little things. And then we think we are the enjoyer. We work so hard all week. I'm going to party like anything all this weekend. Krishna said the enjoyer, because that partying has consequences. Partying, Krishna partying, and we being at his party. Oh, wow. The ultimate goal, God himself, our Father. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And he's our friend. Who's friends with their parents? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Okay. Oh yes, it's good being on here because you can see the time straight away. So we'll read. Hare Krishna. I don't think I'm in the mood for that. So I never said why I show my purifications and explain them, because people are going through that anyway in the illusionary life. People are going through that anyway. But they're going through it with no shelter, really. Maybe distractions, cover it over again. And here we go through those things, but we go through them by being held on the foundation of absolute truth. Absolute truth is going to take you through every time. There's no beating absolute, not at all. So you can see two people doing the same outside, which everybody is outside the jar. They're looking at the same thing, what two people are doing, and they can, people judge. Here, it's eternity. It's Krishna. Surrendering. That's why surrendering without, challenging behavior, because that challenging behavior, that energy within us of the challenging, there's a different kind of challenging. There's challenging with, what about this? And there's the challenging with, just, this is a challenge, this is a question. It's just different. That challenging thinking, Krishna don't like that. Because we don't know. We don't know. We have to realize the hand that feeds us all the time. And it's great. Oh my God. It's great. Okay. So this is Isaiah. And Krishna will spiritualize these words. 30:18. Therefore the Lord will wait. He's not really waiting. He's doing his own thing. But he's here and he's God. And I can't imagine. Oh my God, I feel overwhelmed. Okay. Therefore the Lord will wait, that he may be gracious to you. Will you be gracious to him? Because when we come to him, he is gracious to us. He is, because he protects us. He's shielding me from actually being entangled in this illusion of being really scared of being, of dying. That has been my thing. Not scared of dying. Being on the brink of, how can you live for so long with no kidneys? No kidneys. Krishna. I had a job to do, part to play. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. And he gives us the knowledge, spiritual knowledge. We're meeting spirit to spirit, inside, spirit. Instead of drinking spirits, let's have this spirit, let's be spirit, and be with spirit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Because spirits, they make you drunk quite quickly. And they're very, very concentrated. And it's the same, this spirit is drunk by Krishna, is intoxicated by Krishna. is protected by Krishna, is held by Krishna, is nurtured by Krishna. But in his most recent incarnation, Lord Caitanya, because if we don't understand that message of Lord Caitanya, the most merciful, then we're going to still be lost. Because you read Radha Sudanidi and it says, just because you still worship Krishna, not in these words, just because you worship Krishna doesn't mean anything anymore, as do austerities and festivals and traditions and rules and regulations. The ones that they've been doing again and again for such a long time, they don't mean anything, because you're just on a, when you practice something, you get really, really good at it. So if you want to practice it standing on one leg in the Ganga, you're going to get really good at it, but you're not going to have God. So what a waste of time. You're not going to have the Lord. So why did I say that? Oh yes, because of this. Okay. The Lord Caitanya is most gracious, most merciful. He is gracious and merciful, slow to anger. Don't have anger. Well, actually, he has transcendental anger, so that's fine. And great kindness. My God, wow, kindness. Because everybody's stuck in the illusion. The kindness and patience, and our own patience. The kindness of the Lord, kind. The word even kind, just when you're in that place. Srila Gaura Das was really kind to me, in the sense that he called me up in a time that I was in trauma, but holding it down. And he said, everything will be all right. Who else has ever said that to you? Keep doing this thing and everything will be all right. And it is. Everything is all right. And it's because I have been listening on a regular basis. That's one of the rules. Just keep listening to the bona fide spiritual master. The bona fide spiritual master. Just come and check. Come and check for 30 days what happens here. And see what happens in your own Sangha. Some things may happen. 5 years. 50 years. You just crawled another step. Half a step. A quarter of a step in 50 years. It's amazing. Okay, I just finished this. And he relents from doing harm. Lord Caitanya is the most recent incarnation. He wasn't here to kill anyone, destroy anyone. Even when he wanted to kill, was it Jagai or was it Madai? Whoever threw the pot at Lord Nityananda's head. He was so angry at Nityananda. He just had to calm him down. Say, you're not here to do that. We can use this. Nityananda's like, we can use this. If we deliver this horrible Brahmana, this awful person, people are going to know how great Lord Caitanya is. Every opportunity we have, we can use it to lift the Lord. We can use it. So anyone, oh my gosh. Sometimes I find this difficult because my speculation in my head, I've been sick for all this time. Well, what about your karma, your muna? Take responsibility. So, what was I saying? Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Kindness. Oh, it's gone now. Another one will come. Most of us, and somebody remember what I was saying? Okay, we'll say, to go to Disneyland, it costs $200 per person. To go to Krishna only costs us our willingness to surrender our ego to the Lord's will. And absolutely, and it will happen as much as we want. It will happen. It's happened for all of us here. And we've been completely exhausted by the Disneyland, the fairground. We've been exhausted because there's just danger. People are bound in their own prisons by this illusion, and they're not really there. They get unbound here. Naughty man is funny. Okay, so yes. And it takes a gradual, all of these things that we just say these things. To experience them is a gradual process. To go through Lord Caitanya, the most merciful, recent incarnation of Krishna, his message is mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. No destroying, just destroying the false ego. But his message is that it takes a gradual, even Prabhupada, check it in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I can't remember which verse it is. I think it's one of the first chapters. But he's talking about the sum and burn. He's talking about leaving this material world behind. It's a gradual process. Sometimes you'll be here, then you'll be in the spiritual world, and then you'll go back there, and it'll be carry on going that until you're more situated in spirit, and because you know what this illusion is, you can see it for what it is, and you see it more and more. To surrender, meaning taking the coverings off us that stop us surrendering to absolute truth, stop us knowing God, stop everything that is absolute, is a gradual process, and it happens here. To understand is a gradual process. To want to be able to understand English more, it happens here. We have two main devotees here that English was difficult for them. Preach at a very high level, at the highest level, absolute. Lord Caitanya, who he is, who all actually the exalted personalities are. All these secrets. There's no secrets. There's no hiding Krishna. There's no hiding what these demons are doing. There's no hiding what anybody's doing. Everything's coming to the surface. So if you have some shame in your suitcase and some embarrassment and fear and all of those things, they're going to come up and go. If you keep them in, they're going to stay there and they're going to react. They're going to keep reacting, especially when you get triggered. And to get triggered by God means whose transcendence, we're going to transcend these things. To get triggered here by people, all sorts of things are going on. You can see them. And I'm really starting to understand my spiritual father even more, even deeper. Good fun. But we have to go through the purification to do those things. And it's how we explain it. And everything we really know and understand is by experience. That's why I keep saying, you have just come and listen. My God, are you going to keep stuck in danger, keep stuck in the illusion? You're just stuck. You're like in sinking sand. You're sinking with Lord Caitanya, with Srila Gaura Haridas, bringing Lord Caitanya to your temple in your heart. You're arising. And it's just a film. Everything we learn is by film. It's by movies. That's one of my big ones. There's different ways. Is by movies. This is the greatest movie to be in, because in this movie you can see all the others, and you don't need to spend time with everything else. In this movie, you are situated in your eternal position. In this movie, a great analogy my wife told me was that if you put a bunch of crabs in a basket and one tries to crawl out, the other crab will try to pull him back. We are that one crab in the world basket. Yeah, and we are not even that. Yes, William, absolutely great analogy, but it's not even that. We are crawling out. We crawl out now because we don't play with the illusion to, what we need to maintain. I have to dialyze and all those things at the moment. But there's nobody around me except my purifications, the speculations, the weeds that are still there that can pull you down now. Not people out there. There's nobody out there. No one. But this is what people do. And they do in the material world. If they see people getting on, they get really scared because they want to move, but they can't move. Here, we can all move. Doesn't matter. We can all move. Nobody has to pull anyone down. And actually, if somebody does, depending on what position you are in your relationship with Lord Caitanya, with spirit, in truth, where you are in that, it's transcendental. So pulling down means pulling up. It's true. Going through purification in transcendence, it looks like it's pulling down, but it's pulling up. It's pulling up. It's everything is the other way around. And yes, I am a fisherman. That's why Kruna called me a fisherman, and I didn't know why he called me a fisherman. But yes, a fisherman. But people in this illusion, they see you going forward, they want to pull you back because they don't know how to get out. They haven't surrendered. So they pull you back. They want to stay in the illusion. They want you to stay in it too. They want you to stay in it too. We are the cast in this movie. Absolutely. Directed. All the paraphernalia is his in this movie. He plays the part of every movie as well. Really, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Our unique, authentic personality is evolving in this part that we are playing in this movie of Krishna. This is a sequel. That's why Lalita's always saying it's the finishing touch. This is the sequel. This is number 3. This is the end. What's that song by the Spice Girls? I really like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. So I've been on 56 minutes. Oh, I'm going to come off and I might read later. But I'll definitely read in class, or I'll be hearing in class. But I'm not going to fun in the real sun. Fun in the real true sun. Hare Krishna. It's all great. So many things that Krishna just we have learned knowledge here. There's certain things we haven't learned here. Obviously, Yamuna, none of them are complete. None of them are transcendental. And here, they are transcendentalized. They are spiritualized. We rise up and we rise beyond them. And these are lived every day. And the difference is, I'm not just going to a mind, body, and a soul fair, is what they call them, and I'm my unique self, and I make that. And that's how, so I'm going to say, make it, it's individual. That's it. That's my individual thing. But there might be somebody around the other side of the world who makes those things and has been making them for 100 years. It's not unique. It's not our unique selves. A real unique self will evolve, and show itself. If you show yourself. No, actually. Yeah, show yourself. It's quicker. That's it. That's why I say show yourselves. Come on. You can just sit there. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you love on the camera. That's it. It's quicker. It's quicker. Because the Lord in me is seeing you. The Lord and the other devotees are seeing me. We're watching each other. This is the transcendental web with Lord Caitanya, Lord Krishna. Lord Caitanya as the eternal spider in the web. Fanny saying thank you very much. You're welcome. And I haven't gone yet. So we don't have to study anything. We don't have to spend loads of time everywhere studying something, and then we can't remember it. I've done loads of study. Can't remember hardly anything. I can't remember how to fix a computer. I remember doing that but I can remember how to use it. I can remember how to use it I know how to use it for Krishna, to serve, to keep giving this message. I'm a great one for people who are sick, bodily sick, in the bodily illusion of being sick, because I've been sick all my life and still sick. But it doesn't matter. It's not real, even though it feels like it. And but we deal with it because the message, absolute truth, God himself is stapled in this temple now, and take you out of that which is illusionary. Being with Karuna has made me stronger because of wow. Oh my God. Being in this Sangha has made me stronger. But it's because the Lord is residing in all those spiritual people, that it's still materially spiritual, as New Age people, they think they've got one up on us and they're away from life, but they're not. They're still in the material world. We are transcending it. And actually, it would be easy for them to transcend because of where they are. Well, actually, I don't know, because they're quite stuck in, because we don't want to change who we are. We don't like it when somebody questions who we are. But if you don't know who you are and you just live in the illusion, it doesn't matter. But this this being born again in spirit and truth, awakening in spirit and truth, and not this illusion of pain, fear, and suffering and danger and darkness and can't see. Without Krishna, you can't see. Without the torchlight of the spiritual master, we can't see. Without that connection, we can't see. So why do you want to go away? Maharaj says people go away. I know why they go away, and I'm sure Maharaj does as well. They go away because they've been triggered. I don't like you for triggering me. And I'm not listening to you for triggering me. But that trigger was Krishna. That trigger was Krishna. You need to move that obstacle out the way because you can't hear me because of that obstacle. And then they just go away. But anyway, people do it in real life. People fall out with each other and they don't speak to each other. I don't really speak to my sister and brother because they live on the, and it's both of us, I'm not going to blame them. They live on the narrative that you can only get through to God through Jesus. My Father, our Father, they don't know God. They know Jesus to a degree, but they don't know God. They can't tell you about God. They can't share about God. In fact, they don't even want to share their personal relationship because it's personal to them. No, we're personalities. That's why everything is personal. We're personalities. And everything is starting to show itself now because Krishna's showing himself to us and he's everything. And he's showing it. I mean, Spirit, what's the regulative principle? Regulative principles. Yes, we have them. We have regulative principles. And it's showing the ecstasy. Coming here every day. Going through the purification. You're losing out if you don't go through it. I can't take it. Oh, I can't take emotion. Well, if you want Krishna, you're going to have to, and it gets easier and easier. And there's no embarrassment because we do things and people feel embarrassed. I know I get embarrassed at certain things, but that's okay because I know I need to let it out of my box. So there's nothing in the way, no obstacle in the way of my relationship with the Lord, no obstacle in the way to sharing the Lord to others so they too can have it as well. But there's nobody here more than me that wants it. No, everybody should be like that. Everybody should be like that. And on that, I've done an hour, so I'm going to go. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do my classes on Restream now, because it goes straight to Facebook and to YouTube. And also, I need to just do some others as well. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and all of those are pushed to go out there. And we are, because of Karuna, we are getting, and Maharaj actually, Karuna and Maharaj, teamwork. We are getting people from Twitch and Twitter and YouTube that come in and out, and they kind of love this message. They don't know to come regularly, but they love it. It's so wonderful. There's so much fun going on at the moment. So thank you very much to Daphne, to Janardhan, William. Thank you for your comments. Brilliant. You really know what I'm saying. And we have Daphne and Janardhan and have I missed anybody? Oh, Chanda. Hare Krishna. It's great. It's great having these transcendental times, because that's all there is. That's all there is. Thank you very much. Please watch Srila Gaur Hari Das live on streaming to Facebook, to YouTube, which everyone has. And to you see people's faces when they go, oh, I haven't got WhatsApp, oh, I haven't got that. Of course, I'll send it you. I can translate and I can send it you, and their faces like, because anyway, what to do. Daphne, there was that thing about you coming over here. You're still very welcome, but we want to. It's cold. We need to be able to make sure you have somewhere warm to live. So yeah, when you can, let us know when you want to. And we're here for the Lord. So yes, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Bye bye. Thank you.